Okay, welcome back, and we are heading towards our signal source. Okay, now that we're in the planet's atmosphere, it comes out pulse drive, slows us down a bit. When you're flying the planet's atmosphere, the higher up you are, the faster you get there. Okay, we'll land right there. Seems we've got an equally nasty planet, but okay. So let's use our scanner. Alright, it says that we have unstable fog as our weather. Our resources are occasional and fauna is intermittent. Flora is rich, which means there's a lot of it. Sentinels are inescapable, so they're going to be a pain. This planet's available resources are ancient bones, gamma root, copper, uranium, and magnetized ferrite. Okay, let's interact with this then. So this is broken technology. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left the message is long gone. Let's decipher the signal, shall we? Decoding 161616. That's a common thing in this game, is the number 16. No fuel in. Failed to reach station. Hazard protection low. No choice but to underground. Deployed base computer. As well as the log entry, a signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever is leaving these messages. So let's extract the plans. So just gained us the blueprint for a base computer and the blueprint for a terrain manipulator for our multi-tool, which will come in quite handy for not only digging into the terrain, obviously, but for mining the resources that are scattered around. In the case of this planet, like I said, that would be copper, uranium, and magnetized ferrite. Have a look around. Over there is some copper. So let's go over there and I'll show you what I mean. So it's just in the ground, but I need my terrain manipulator to do it. Let's get back to the ship where I am safe. You'll find early in the game you will spend a lot of your time hiding in your ship. But it's fine, it gives you time to do stuff and figure things out. Right, my launch thrusters are out of fuel, so I'm going to need to make some launch fuel, which requires a metal plating, so let's do metal plating first, and some launch fuel, and we'll put the launch fuel in my thrusters. Use the tritium to do my pulse engine a little better. You can get the tritium from the asteroids in space anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Alright, we want to install the terrain manipulator, so I need 2 carbon nanotubes and 1 dihydrogen jelly. If you use your bumpers, you can change how many you're making. Okay, so now that that's installed, it wants us to gather some copper. Is that what I had marked a minute ago? I forget. That's copper. How far away is that? That's right by us. That's quite handy.
Radiation protection falling.
So I'll get a decent amount of it. Oh yeah, with this you can change the size. Always have the smaller one when you're mining, as you get more resources out of it. If I use the big one now, then it's all gone in a matter of seconds, and you get the same amount, or almost the same amount. So always better to do the smaller version, which you will get much, much more out of it. Quite handy, the terrain manipulator can be recharged with silicate powder, which you get by using the terrain manipulator on normal ground. So you'll never run this out properly. Ah, I've just wasted my thing on it. I meant to use silicate powder, unfortunately I wasted my normal thing on it. Okay, mining laser. Let's see. Nah, there's no way to get to his oxygen without getting hit. Oh, let's analyse. Don't actually want gamma root. Wouldn't mind some uranium. So the planet that you're on, the secondary resource that some of the stuff gives you will almost always be what you need for that particular planet. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, it'll almost always be the planet's specific resource. So this is uranium because it's a radioactive world. Right, what does it want us to do? Process the copper that we mined to create some chromatic metals, so we need the refiner back. So you see now my base computer's there as well. Charge it up. And put some of the extra copper in. Right, I'm just going to sit in my ship while that goes. You can see it counting down there. What can we have a look at in the meantime? Let's see. Yeah. Everything we've built is fixed, so we're all good. I suppose I could have mined some stuff that's still going, so why not mine some stuff? You're going to do what I'm doing right now and just get as much resources as you can. Try to do it near your ship so that you can recharge again. Let's get plenty of carbon behind us. It's always a good idea to have plenty of carbon, ferrite and sodium on you at all times. Oxygen can be quite helpful too. Gain some oxygen by interacting with that. Okay, let's see how our thing is doing. Okay. Get back in. Right, so we now have what we need, which was some chromatic metal. So it wants us to use that chromatic metal to build a base computer. Now personally, I'm not too fond of this particular planet, so let's have a look. Alright, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more choices of planets in this system, so let's go and have a look at what those planets are like, because personally I do not want to build a base on this planet. Scan the planet, and it tells me that that's an isotopic planet, uranium and gamma root, so that's going to be radioactive. We don't want that. What else have we got? Lord, where are the other planets? Ah, there's one. Oh. Frostbound, so that's going to be cold. Right, you. Wait for my scanner to recharge. Scorch, so that's going to be hot. Yeah. If I shoot some of these asteroids, I'll get some tritium back, some gold, some silver, and maybe some platinum. And this will go directly into my ship because I'm doing this from my ship. Let's see which one goes. Desolate planet. Okay. Well, let's have a look. I was hoping for a nice lush planet, but Desolate Planet doesn't have much on it, so it might be easy to build on. Hopefully the weather there isn't anything too much, but we at least shouldn't have any storms, so we shouldn't have any cold, hot, radioactive or toxic storms on a Desolate Planet, or a dead planet, whatever you want to call it. Oh wow, that was lucky. There's a trade station right there. That's actually really cool. In fact, that's incredible considering this is a dead world. You don't tend to get very many, if any, trade stations on dead worlds. That's a hell of a thing. Okay, let's talk to some traders. Right, as you can see I can't understand much of what he's saying at the moment. The more words we learn, the easier we will understand what they want. Okay, so Trader Mar thrusts the datapad towards me as I approach, a cloud of cloying perfume billowing from their scent gland. On the screen is an image of the Gek, alongside what looks like a complicated ranking system. The calculated value does not look high. Okay, so I can request some dialect help from this guy. He could teach me a word. If I know enough words, I can practice my language skills with him, which will either annoy him and make my standing go down with the Gek, or I might do well enough that my standing goes up. If I had a Gek relic, I could give that to him, and that would make my standing go up as well. So for right now, let's just request some dialect help. So learn an extra word. And I can pick what type of word I want. Let's just go mystery. Okay, I've learnt the Gek word for A. Great. Okay. units. Do a trade symbol. So give. As you see, it marks them as visited if I've already talked to them. So I've already talked to all three of them. Now usually, if this was a normal type of planet, or you know, not a dead planet, there'd be NPCs landing at these ships, and I'd be able to buy their ships, trade with them. But for now, let's just use this galactic trade terminal. There's a mod on there again. I totally forgot to take all the mods off. While I'm here, let's interact with some stuff. Get rid of that. Give me some condensed carbon. Oh, a microprocessor, that's handy. I'm glad I kept the jetpack mod on though. That's very handy. Okay, right, so we're supposed to be building a base, so let's do that down here. So we've got some nice handy flat land, which is really cool. Right, now that we've built our base, sentinels are activated in the universe. Basically you're safe from sentinels being a thing up until the point where you build this base, because as far as the game's concerned, you are now done with the basic tutorial and you're now in the game. Okay, so I need to register the land as my own. Claim base. Okay, and that's claimed 300 units in every direction from this base computer. We can also extend the range by standing near the end of those 300 units and placing an object, any object, and that will make a 50 unit circle around that. And you can keep doing that until you are 1,000 units away from this base computer, at which point you can still build a little bit further using this build camera. No, that's photo mode. How do I build camera again? This build camera. And you'll be able to go an additional, I think it's 100 units. 50 units maybe? I think that's 50 units. So an additional 50 units. Yeah. Which means you can build up to 1050 U away from this base computer. Okay, so let's search the base computer archives. Extract plans. Okay, so it's given us the plans for some wooden walls. Now that we've got them, the game is very nicely going to spawn us a storm, or at least it would if we were on a normal planet. I might get away with it here, but I doubt it. Yeah, I think I'm getting away with it. On a normal planet you will have storms, for sure. Right, build wooden walls. Then I'm going to go into build camera because it makes it a little bit easier.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
And a roof. Okay, so we've made ourselves a very basic little shelter. Okay, recovered salvage data from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. So extract plans. Okay, so the construction research unit. We want to build that. So, what did it say we needed? Right. we want carbon nanotubes and just a little bit of magnetized ferrite. Crikey, I'm running out of room. Right, if I put a portable refiner down, charge it a little bit. Right, let's make the ferrite. So we want to get as much of our ferrite dust into pure ferrite as we can, and then, oh hang on, am I right about this? If I use pure ferrite, is it going to become magnetized? Yes it is, yeah. So we want 40 magnetized ferrite. So ferrite dust into pure ferrite. And then we're going to use our pure ferrite to make 20 magnetized. Okay, so our other bit was the carbon nanotubes. Let's send some stuff to our ship. Our ship is up there, annoyingly out of range, so I'm going to summon it right next to us. Oh, there actually was a storm, it was just such a tiny storm because it's a dead planet. Alright, let's get rid of you to a starship, you to the starship. Probably won't need you for a while. Or you. Or you. Keep you. Okay. So, carbon nanotubes. And boom. So, from in here, we can research some stuff to build, but we need some salvaged data to unlock stuff with. This particular machine only gives you some of the things that you can get. Later on we'll find something called the anomaly in space, and that will have a lot more building parts on it. But we need to find some salvaged buried technology. I'm going to leave my portable refiner here. In fact, what I might do actually is get my carbon back and then place my portable refiner back down again. Now I've built something on my base, let's upload it. No, I haven't got enough yet. Maybe later. Right, let's have a look around. Oh, a grave! Going straight to that, because this will give me a glyph. Now usually you have to find what's known as a traveller, who will tell you where the grave is. And there are 16 glyphs to collect. It's amazing to get one this early on. Can't believe I've got a glyph already, that's amazing. Okay, we're looking for buried technology modules anyway, which I'm not sure we're even going to find here, to be honest. Right, well, there's obviously not any nearby, so we'll brave one of the other planets. Fill up my life support. Oh, I've got a lot of oxygen, that's annoying.
Warning. Threat detected.
Okay. Well, that was an annoyingly radioactive one. What was this one? Frostbound. Yeah, let's go for this one, why not? Crikey, there's a placanda thing. Okay, so we've got just some random settlements there, and we've also got a plaque, which is quite nice. Okay, so we can seek help with language, so again that'll teach us a GEC word because we're in a GEC system. It might also teach us an Atlas word. We'll find out more about the Atlas later. Seek knowledge of the past will help us to locate some ruins, which I'm not interested in right now, so let's just go seek. Okay, GEC word for help, okay. Right, now that's a buried salvage container, which isn't what we're looking for, that's why it's in yellow, because it's not, I mean it's a special buried thing basically. But we're after the normal version of that symbol. There's a boundary failure over there as well. And there's a lot of these salvage containers. Any close by? Not really. Alright, fine, let's go. So it'll be salvageable scrap. That's what this will be. So these will sell for quite a lot. Crikey, a hollow terminus as well. There's a lot on this planet. I'm going to go to my terrain manipulator to dig it out. Back to my mining beam to destroy it. Right, I've annoyed a sentinel, a corrupted sentinel, which is a big problem. Oh, not another one. Oh dear. Right, desperately need to find some oxygen. go inside. No. Some nanites. Restore my shield. I was hoping it would restore my life support, but no. Okay. I seriously don't have any oxygen. Yep, I'm aware that my life support is low. Some more of those nav data things. Come on, where's there some oxygen? Looking for a little red R. Oh, you'll have some oxygen. Phew! Oh, that was scary. Alright, let's get back to it. We are looking for some buried technology modules, which I'm not seeing any of again. Oh yeah, we were digging that thing up. Shall we see if we can finish this off, as we caused ourselves so much trouble there? That's the last one. No, it's not. I will get this. There we go. There's my rare item to sell, an advanced regulator. I'm not going to pick a fight with him anymore. I'm going to get the hell out of there. These are frost crystals, as we're on a cold planet. Aha! So, here we have our buried technology that we were after. So we got 2 salvage data. I want a bit more though. Of course there's an incoming storm. Is there always going to be an incoming storm? Oh, which way is my ship? It's my base on the other planet. My ship is over there. Alright, I'm going to wait out this storm inside. So I saw some oxygen over there, one of those plants again. I'm going to go get it in a minute. If ever you want to hide from the storm, you can always use your terrain manipulator to make a hole in the ground, go into the hole and then make a hole in a slightly different direction, and then you've essentially created yourself a cave that you can hide in until the storm's gone away. Oh look, oxygen plant. So what I meant by that was... Don't let me. It's not going to let me, is it? Yeah. Alright, so now we're in a hole, and now we go this way. storm isn't really affecting me anymore, but I'm also not quite safe enough yet for some reason. Oh, I actually managed to make myself into a cave. Okay, do I have enough cobble? Yeah. Alright, well, I can't afford to wait around. So, I'm going to brave the storm. I will say this system has got an awful lot of buildings in it, which is really cool. Somebody wants my stuff. Yeah, they want that thing I dug up because it's worth quite a lot. Alright, I'm going to ignore them and I'm just going to keep going. I'll do a little combat trick for you. If you turn around and be reversing, then you can shoot them and they're probably not going to reach you. Oh, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. I'm going to be aiming for that little circle. Because my ship isn't at all leveled up yet, outrunning them backwards is quite difficult. If I go forward, you'll notice that they're not catching up with me. Yeah, when you level up a little bit more, you can go backwards and still be going faster than them, so you can shoot them quite nicely. Alright, I'm now far enough away from them that I can use pulse again to get away from them. If you die in space, it creates a grave if you're on normal mode, and you can go and collect that grave to get your stuff back. But as we're playing on survival, I would just lose that stuff. And of course, if I was playing on permadeath, then I'd just be dead. Now the reason I've built near a trading post is because you get to land at these things for free, whereas landing just in random places takes your launch thrusters down a notch. Okay, let's talk to the construction research. I don't actually know what it wants us to buy. Does it want us to buy a teleport? Let's talk to this first. No idea. Spend the salvage data. Okay. Alright. And we're going to need the Biofuel Reactor. Could very much do with a save beacon as well. Actually, I'm going to use a signal booster because it actually does the same job as a safe beacon, but also can pinpoint particular locations. No, it doesn't, does it? It doesn't save. Okay, I'll do the save beacon. So, placing save beacon, metal plating. Placing safe beacon and interacting with it there, that's creating a manual save. So where getting out of our ship was an auto save. Interacting with the safe beacon is a proper manual save. Okay, my base can now be renamed. again, let's follow the pattern of being completely unoriginal and unimaginative. Base 1. I can take pictures from whatever angle I want, so I want that angle of my base as the screenshot there. And now what we're going to do, what you should always do constantly, is upload base. Anytime you do anything new to your base, upload it. Alright, you don't have to do it after every single item you place, of course, but if you've done some editing to your base and you want to go away now, you want to leave your base alone, upload it. It protects all your terrain edits, and basically it allows it to be viewed by other people should you invite them, or if they just happen to come along it, just come across it in as they play. So uploaded. Alright, I need more ferrite dust. Great. Oh. Silver. Okay, I'm going to craft 4 metal plating. I really wish these things would stay where I want them to. I've not got any sodium. Huh. What else? 2 carbon nanotubes. And more sodium, great. I don't think we're going to find sodium on this planet, personally. There is some oxygen. Ah, these whispering eggs are on dead planets and also around abandoned buildings. For the love of God, at this point in the game, do not touch them. You will die. But later on, when you've leveled up a little bit, there's some interesting things that happen there. I'll make a video about that at another time. Right. You're not going to find any sodium. How much money do I have? A little bit. Alright, I'm going to cheat a little bit because I don't want to bore you all to death looking for sodium. So where I've still got that mod active, I'm going to use it. Sodium. Because otherwise I've got to go back to that other planet and find the sodium on there and then come back again, and I'm sure that none of you can be bothered to wait around for me to do that, so... Crikey, where is it all? I saw the food now. Surely it should have been at the top. Ah. I've gone past it. I have indeed. I haven't got a great lot of units, so... Okay, right, buildings off shelter from hazards. Search buildings for valuable materials and data. Nanoids. Nothing else here. Don't know where it wants us to go or what it wants us to do. Ah, back we go. Okay, construct a base teleport module. So now that we've got the stuff that we need for that, here it is. Now we need to wire it up to something, but we don't currently have anything to power it with. So we're going to build this biofuel reactor. Now, to be clear, this is the only time you should use the biofuel reactor. It is a complete waste. Alright, you will get better methods of powering very quickly in the game. But filling this up requires a lot. Alright, I'm going to reduce it to tiny amounts. Alright, that's not going to power it for very long. Now I've got nowhere I can actually teleport to yet because I've not found any other teleporters. You see how quickly that ran out. But when you've been to some space stations, you'll be able to use that to go there. When you've got other bases, you can use it to go there. Right, I'm going to save the game. And I'm just going to use a little bit of oxygen. I'm going to go inside for a second. Okay, learn electrical wiring. I've already done that. I've actually already used the electrical wiring, but whatever. That doesn't cost you anything anyway. Okay, fuel the biofuel reactor. I just did all this. Ugh. It's not like you can even take it out again.
Computer online.
Okay, so my predecessor appears to have left their base and headed for the space station. Okay, so now space stations are unlocked for us. We should be able to find one, hopefully, up there. Well, that's really weird. They're having trouble landing at this trade station. That's super glitchy and odd. Okay then. So we are now going to go and find the space station, which is now marked for us quite nicely there. And once we get to the space station, I'm going to call this video a day, as it's gotten quite long. So I think a tour of the space station will be a video for another day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.